Let me tell you something. You want success. Do you want to win in life? Then you had better learn one thing real quick. You need to outwork everyone. Talent is good. Intelligence is great. But hard work, that's the game changer. That's what separates the average from the elite. You can't control where you came from. You can't control how life started for you. But you are sure as hell can control how hard you fight to make something of yourself. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't put yourself into work, it means nothing. Hard work beats talent every single time when talent refuses to work. Too many people out here think they deserve success just because they have potential. Potentially don't pay the bills. Execution does. Work ethics are the great equalizer. The person with the strongest work ethic will always come out on top. You can't expect to win if you are only given half the effort. You got to be the one willing to go further, to push harder, to stay later. The minute you slow down, somebody hungrier than you is coming to take your spot. Look around at the people who made it. The athletes, the business owners, the leaders. Do you think they got there by doing the minimum? No. They pushed through exhaustion. They put in extra hours when nobody was watching. They trained harder, studied more, and showed up when others did. People complain that life isn't fair, but the truth is, hard work makes things fair. You might not have been born rich. You might not have been given opportunities, but you can work so damn hard that people can't ignore you. That's how you change your life. Every single day you have a choice to be average or to be exceptional. And that choice is made through the effort you put in. If you are not willing to go all in, don't expect the rewards of those who do. Nobody is coming to save you. Stop waiting for somebody to come and change your life. That's your job. The reason most people never reach their potential is that they sit around waiting for the perfect opportunity instead of going out and creating one. Excuses don't build success. If you are broke, get up and work. If you are uneducated, read, learn, and grow. If you are behind in life, hustle twice as hard. Complaining won't get you where you need to be, but grinding, that will. Too many people feel entitled to success. They think just because they struggle, they deserve a reward. But life doesn't work that way. Life only rewards the ones who put in the effort. If you want something, you have to prove you deserve it. The ones who win in life aren't the ones who sit around waiting. They are the ones who took action. They failed, they struggled, they sacrificed, but they kept moving. You have to be willing to get your hands dirty, to struggle in the trenches, to push through the pain. Nobody owes you anything. The world doesn't care about your excuses. But you have a choice to stay stuck or to rise above. The ones who rise, they outwork everybody else. Success doesn't come cheap. You don't get to live like everybody else and expect to have results. They don't. There's a price, and it's called sacrifice. Most people aren't willing to pay it, and that's why they stay stuck where they are. Do you want success? You're going to have to let go of some things. Less sleep, less mindless scrolling. While everybody else is out having fun, you have to be grinding. While they are wasting time, you need to be investing in yourself. The problem is that people want success without discomfort. They want to be rich without putting in the hours. They want to be in shape without training. They want to be successful without sacrificing their bad habits. But life doesn't work that way. The people who are winning right now gave up comfort for greatness. They put in the sleepless nights. They pushed through exhaustion. They said no to distractions and stayed focused on the vision. You have to decide what you want, more comfort or success, because you can't have both. If you are serious about making it, you are going to have to make some sacrifices. Pain is a part of growth. The struggle is a part of the journey. But quitting, that's a lifetime sentence. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is simple. One group pushes through the pain, and the other lets it stop them. Success demands sacrifice, and sacrifice is painful. It hurts to wake up early when you are tired. It hurts to work long hours while others relax. It hurts to invest in yourself when you are broke. But you know what hurts more? Looking back and realize you never gave your best shot. The pain you feel today is shaping you into something stronger. Every challenge, every setback, every late night is molding you into the person you need to become. But only if you refuse to quit. Most people give up right before they make it. They stop pushing right before they break through. You can't let temporary discomfort make you give up on something that could change your entire future. Hard work and pain are temporary, but regret, that sticks with you forever. And trust me, regret is the worst pain of all. Winners don't do just enough to get by. They don't stop at good enough. They go beyond expectations. They give more, do more, and push harder than anybody else. That's why they succeed. Going the extra mile means showing up when you don't feel like it. It means staying late when everyone else clocks out. It means doing more than what's asked of you. That's the difference between average and exceptional. Most people do the bare minimum and expect big results. They put in 50% effort and wonder why they are not winning. But the ones who outwork everyone, they operate at 100% every single day. The reason going the extra mile works is because so few people are willing to do it. That's where the separation happens. That's where the winners pull ahead. The extra mile is where champions are made. If you want to be successful, don't just do what's expected. Go beyond. Do more. Because at the end of the day, the person willing to do more than anyone else is the person who will win. Right now, while you are sleeping, someone else is grinding. While you are making excuses, someone else is putting in work. And while you are thinking about getting started, someone else is already 10 steps ahead of you. You have to understand that success is a race, and if you are not moving, you are losing. The world doesn't slow down for anybody. Either you keep up or you get left behind. The people who are outworking you are the ones who would want to take your opportunities. They are studying longer, practicing harder, pushing past their limits while you are waiting for motivation to strike. The harsh truth is that if you are not giving your all, you are making it easier for someone else to take your spot. There's always someone younger, hungrier, more disciplined waiting for their chance. And if you are not careful, they'll take everything you thought was meant for you. You have to operate with urgency. Every single day is another chance to get ahead. And if you are wasting it, you are falling behind. Stop telling yourself you'll start tomorrow. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Your competition isn't waiting, so why are you? If you want to be the best, you have to work like it. You have to train, study, practice, and hustle like your future depends on it, because it does. Somebody out there wants what you want, and they're willing to sacrifice more to get it. They'll wake up earlier. They'll stay up later. They'll work through the exhaustion, the pain, the doubt, because they know what's at stake. So ask yourself, are you willing to match that level of commitment? Are you willing to do what it takes, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's hard? Because if you are not, you are handing your success to someone who is. You don't have time to be lazy. You don't have time to be soft. If you want to win, you have to develop an unstoppable work ethic. You have to push yourself harder than you ever thought possible. And you have to remind yourself every single day while you are resting, someone else is grinding. While you are making excuses, someone else is taking action. And one day they are going to be living the life you wanted. Everybody wants to feel motivated. Everybody waits for that spark. That perfect moment when everything just clicks. But let me tell you something, motivation is temporary. Execution is permanent. You can be the most motivated person in the world, but if you don't act on it, it means absolutely nothing. The people who win in life aren't the ones who sit around waiting to feel inspired. They are the ones who get up and do the work no matter how they feel. Motivation is like a firework. It burns bright, it makes noise, but it disappears fast. Execution, on the other hand, is like a brick wall built piece by piece through discipline, focus, and consistency. Too many people rely on how they feel. They say, I'll start when I'm motivated. That's why they never start. That's why they stay stuck, watching other people pass them by. The real winners, the real hustlers, they don't wait for motivation. They create momentum through action. You need to train yourself to execute even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it, because those are the moments that separate the average from the elite. Anybody can work hard when they are feeling good. Anybody can put in effort when they are inspired. But what about when you are tired? What about when you are frustrated, discouraged, or overwhelmed? That's when most people quit. But that's also when the great ones rise. It all comes down to one thing: are you willing to do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel? Success doesn't care if you are in the mood. It doesn't care if you are tired, if you had a bad day, if things aren't going your way. The people at the top, they didn't get there by waiting for the perfect moment. They got there by executing when no one was watching, when no one was cheering, when no one believed in them. They built their success one disciplined action at a time. Stop chasing motivation and start building habits. Start showing up even when you don't feel like it. Because motivation fades, but habits stay. Motivation is a feeling, but execution is a decision. And the ones who execute every single day without excuses are the ones who win. Too many people waste time talking about what they are going to do instead of doing it. They announce their plans, they post about their dreams, they tell everybody their next move, but when it's time to put in the work, they disappear. Talking about success doesn't bring success. Work does. The people who make it to the top aren't the ones running their mouths all day. They are the ones who are in silence, staying focused, and letting their results do the talking. Every minute you spend talking about your plans is a minute you could have spent executing them. Too many people get stuck in this trap. They convince themselves that talking is progress. But progress isn't made in conversations, it's made in action. If you say you are going to start a business, start it. If you say you are going to get in shape, hit the gym. If you say you want to be the best, prove it through your work, not your words. The loudest person in the room is usually the one doing the very least. They talk big. They need attention. They want validation because they think words alone will get them respect. But real respect comes from results, not speeches. The most successful people don't waste time convincing others. They let their work ethic, their consistency, and their dedication speak for themselves. If you have to keep telling people how hard you are working, you are not working hard enough. People will respect you when they see the effort you put in, not when they hear about it. Hard work is quiet. Discipline is quiet. Success is quiet. But the results are loud. The results will speak for you long before you ever have to say a word. Instead of telling people what you plan to do, focus on becoming so undeniable that they can't ignore you. When your work is strong, you won't need to explain yourself. Your success will make the noise for you. You have to make a decision. Do you want to impress people with your words, or do you want to impress them with your achievements? Because winners don't waste time explaining. Winners don't need to prove anything with words. Winners show up, work hard, and let their success tell the story. If you want to be great, if you want to be the best at what you do, you can't treat success like a hobby. It has to be an obsession. You have to wake up thinking about it, go to bed thinking about it, and let it consume every part of your mind. The people who reach the top aren't just interested in winning, they are obsessed with it. They don't work hard when it's convenient. They work hard because they don't know any other way. It's not about balance, it's about total commitment. Most people fail because they are too casual about success. They put in effort when they feel like it, and they work when it's comfortable, but they don't have that fire, that relentless hunger that pushes them past their limits. They treat their dreams like an option instead of a necessity. But obsession is what separates the elite from the average. The ones who make it aren't just working hard, they are completely locked in. Their focus is unshakable, their dedication is unquestionable, and their work ethic is unmatched. Success demands your full attention. It demands that you sacrifice distractions, cut off excuses, and commit yourself to the grind every single day. If you are not obsessed, you are born to lose to someone who is. You can't expect to dominate in your field by putting in half the effort. You have to be the person who studies longer, practices harder, and refuses to accept mediocrity. While others are making excuses, you have to be making progress. While they are wasting time, you have to be sharpening your craft. Obsession isn't a bad thing when it's channeled into the right areas. Look at the greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the highest achievers in any industry. They don't just show up and hope for the best. They live and breathe their mission. They push themselves to insane levels, not because someone told them to, but because they can't imagine life any other way. They don't need motivation because their obsession fuels them. It's what gets them out of bed in the morning. It's what keeps them going when everything gets tough. If you are serious about success, you have to go all in. No more half-hearted attempts. No more treating your goals like a side project. You have to develop that tunnel vision, that ruthless drive that won't let you quit. Because the moment you decide to be obsessed with your goals is the moment everything changes. Life doesn't stand still. You are either moving forward or you are getting left behind. Too many people get comfortable where they are, thinking they can stay the same and somehow keep up. But the world doesn't wait for anyone. If you are not learning, if you are not evolving, if you are not pushing yourself to be better every single day, someone else is. And that person will pass you. That person will take the opportunities that could have been yours. Growth isn't optional, it's survival. Comfort is a trap. It feels good at the moment, but it's the enemy of success. The second you stop challenging yourself, you start declining. You stop getting sharper, you stop getting stronger, and before you know it, you are watching other people take the lead. You can't afford to stay the same. The same work ethic got you here won't be enough to take you further. The skills that got you through yesterday won't be enough to win tomorrow. Growth is a mindset, and you have to commit to it every single day. The most successful people never stop growing. They never assume they've made it. They are constantly reading, studying, training, and sharpening their skills because they know the second they slow down, someone else is gaining ground. You have to stay hungry. You have to stay uncomfortable. The moment you start thinking you've done enough, you've already lost. Greatness isn't about what you did last year, last month, or even yesterday. It's about what you are doing right now to be better than you were before. Growth isn't just about learning, it's about applying what you've learned. Too many people consume information but never use it. They watch, they listen, but they don't execute. If you are reading books, if you are watching successful people, if you are taking advice, but you are not putting it into action, then you are not growing. Growth is about results. It's about stepping outside of what's comfortable, taking risks, and forcing yourself to level up in ways you never have before. You have to approach every single day with the mindset of getting better. Ask yourself, what am I learning today? How am I improving? What am I doing that my competition isn't? Because the moment you stop asking those questions, the moment you stop stretching yourself, you've already started falling behind. Success isn't just about talent, it's about effort. It's about showing up before everyone else and staying long after they've gone home. The ones who truly make it aren't the ones who clock in at the bare minimum. They are the ones who outwork everyone in the room. You have to be willing to put in more hours, more sweat, more sacrifice than the next person. The world doesn't reward mediocrity. It rewards those who go above and beyond, who do more than what's expected, and who prove they are willing to outlast the competition. Most people do just enough to get by. They show up when they have to, leave as soon as possible, and wonder why they are stuck in the same place. That's the difference between winners and everyone else. Winners understand that extra effort is what separates them. They know success isn't about doing what's required, it's about doing more. While others are hitting the snooze button, they're already working. While others are winding down for the day, they are still grinding. That's why they rise to the top. When you make it a habit to be the first one in and the last one out, you send a message to yourself, to your competition, to the world. You prove that your work ethic is unmatched. You prove that you are serious, that you are committed, that you are willing to do whatever it takes. And people notice, your bosses notice, your team notices, the people who can open doors for you notice. That kind of dedication doesn't go unnoticed, and it always pays off in the long run. There will always be people with more natural talent, more connections, more advantages. But none of that matters if they are outworked. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. You can close the gap by showing up earlier, staying later, and putting in more reps than anyone else. Success isn't about luck, it's about being so relentless and so disciplined that even the most talented people can't keep up with you. When you are willing to do what others won't, you'll get what others never will. You have to train yourself to love the grind, to embrace the long hours, and to take pride in your work ethic. The greats don't make excuses, they make time. They don't look for shortcuts, they put in the work. When you push yourself beyond what's comfortable, when you stay longer, when you go the extra mile day after day, you don't just build a work ethic, you build a reputation. And that reputation will open doors that talent never could. Hard work is the foundation of success, but it's consistency that turns dreams into reality. It's easy to work hard for a day, a week, or even a month, but success doesn't come from short bursts of effort. It's the relentless, everyday grind that gets you where you want to go. The key is not just putting in the hours, it's showing up every day, doing the work, even when you don't feel like it, even when things aren't going your way. And even when you don't see immediate results. Too many people get discouraged when they don't see instant success. They put in the effort, they give it their all for a little while, and then they get frustrated when things don't change overnight. But success isn't a one-time effort, it's a long game. It's about showing up day in and day out, doing the work even when the results are slow to come. The ones who make it are ones who keep going when everyone else quits. They don't let setbacks, failures, or lack of immediate reward stop them from staying the course. The real test of character is how you show up when nobody's watching, when there's no immediate recognition, and when the results are still far off. You have to trust the process. Consistency means doing the work even when it's tough, even when you are tired, even when you don't feel motivated. It means pushing through the frustration and staying focused on the long-term goal. Success is built on these small, consistent actions over time. Every time you show up, every time you push through the discomfort, you are getting closer to your breakthrough. There are no shortcuts to success, no magic formulas that will save you the time and effort it takes to achieve greatness. Hard work will always pay off, but only if you stay consistent with it. The grind is the price you pay for the life you want, and you have to be willing to make that payment every single day. It's not about taking a few weeks off and then expecting everything to fall in place. It's about consistently showing up, improving bit by bit, and trusting that all that effort will eventually pay off. Remember, the journey to success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Consistency is the fuel that keeps you moving forward. If you want to reach the top, you can't stop working once you hit a plateau. Keep grinding, keep pushing, keep believing the power of consistency. When you stay committed to the process, the rewards will come. And they'll be greater than anything you ever imagined. So stop making excuses. Stop waiting for the right time. Right now is the time to outwork everyone. Be relentless, be disciplined, and never let anyone outwork you. Because if you do this long enough, success will have no choice but to find you.